What is going on, guys? Today I am here with my AFC Championship video predictions, preview, everything in between. You're going to get it here today. And this game is a big one. It's to determine who goes to the Super Bowl, the last game of the AFC side of things. And they'll be going up against either the Buccaneers or the Packers, whoever comes out on top over that NFC showdown on the other side of the conferences. But for the Chiefs, it's an interesting week. From what I understand, Patrick Mahomes has been practicing this week. He has been going through practice. I think he's practiced with a helmet. I think, although we haven't got an official word that he has been cleared by the medical staff, to my knowledge and to what I've gathered this week, Patrick Mahomes will be playing in this game. The big story for the Chiefs going into this game is if Patrick Mahomes will be able to play, because if not, they're going to have to rely on Chad Henne. They're going to have to rely on him. But from what I think is going to happen, Mahomes will be playing. The Chiefs are going to do everything they can to make sure that Pat Mahomes is on that field. He clears protocol. He is going to play on Sunday. Now, that's great. But the Chiefs, they still need to be cautious. You cannot, and I stress this very, very boldly, you cannot have Patrick Mahomes go out there and throw 40-plus passes and keep having him in situations like you did last week where you're putting him at risk of getting hit. Yes, the quarterback position is a position that's going to get hit. You've got to lessen that ability, that rate that Patrick Mahomes has the ball in his hands. I don't care how great of a quarterback he is. You're looking to the future. You want to go to the Super Bowl, you got to trust your guys on your team, and the guys on your team you're going to need to trust are your running backs. You're going to have a big run game out of your guys, whether it's your actual running backs or maybe Tyreek Hill getting involved in the running game with a jet sweep, McCole Hardman. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. But you're going to have to get it going because if you're the Chiefs, you want to stop the risk of getting Mahomes re-injured. A concussion is something that can easily be re-injured. You got to stop that risk. Another key to victory here for the Chiefs are, you guys, if you want to win this game, I know you're going up against the best pass. He has the best passer rating of anybody that's been blitzed this year. Josh Allen has had the best pass rating of anybody being blitzed. But you have to take a shot if you're the Chiefs defense. Let's be honest, none of your corners are stopping Stephon Diggs. None of your corners are stopping Cole Beasley. None of your corners are going to stop any of those options. Isaiah McKenzie, not happening. Not happening. Tyrann Mathieu, it might help over top, whatever. But the talent at the receiving core of the Bills is much better than the corners of the Chiefs. They're going to have to stop Josh Allen. They're going to have to send pressure at Josh Allen and try to make Josh Allen underthrow some balls, overthrow some balls, make some mistakes. That's the way the Chiefs win this game. You look at it last week, the Bills, Josh Allen didn't have the greatest of performances. Now, it's just he wasn't playing well. But you're also not playing well against a defense that was very aggressive, the Ravens. The stats say don't blitz them. But if you're the Chiefs, you got to blitz them. That's my takeaway. That's my takeaway. And, of course, the last key to victory here for the Chiefs is you have to limit the big plays down the field. You can't let Stephon Diggs go get 20-yard gains. You cannot let Cole Beasley on 3rd and long get a first down. You can't let Cole Beasley come into the slot and be that second option. You can't let Isaiah McKenzie be forgotten about. You got to stay on top of it, and you got to limit the big plays if you are the Chiefs. Then we get to the Bills. The big story of them is this is their first shot at making the Super Bowl since 1993. It has been a long 27 years, almost 28 years that they have missed out on the Super Bowl, and They're one step away if they can overcome the Chiefs on Sunday. This team, I'm telling you, there's something special about them. There's something special. You look up and down this roster, the defense, there's something special about him. Tremaine Edmonds playing out of his mind. You got a quarterback that a lot of people questioned. Came out, had an MVP caliber season, and now he's in a situation where he could be playing for a Super Bowl in a few weeks. You got a disgruntled receiver traded to your team. Comes in and becomes the leading receiver in the league. There's something special about this team. And it starts at the top. The mentality that Sean McDermott has instilled in these guys is absolutely amazing. Brian Daboll's had done a phenomenal job with the offense. Now there's one more step, and that step is to make it to the Super Bowl. And I think they got a fairly good shot on Sunday. But their keys to victory. Obviously, when you're playing against the Chiefs, the biggest key to victory is you got to limit the big plays. You can't let Tyreek Hill get going. You can't let Travis Kelce get going. You can't let McCole Hardman get going. You can't let Sammy Watkins go in there and make a big play. You can't let Clyde Edwards-Helaire come in there and make a big play. You can't let Darrell Williams come in there and make a big play. You can't let Le'Veon Bell come in there and make a big play. You got a lot of people to stop. You got a lot of people to stop if you are the Bills' defense. Tre'Davious White, I imagine he's shadowing Tyreek Hill all game. It's going to be a matchup to look for. Tyreek Hill probably is going to have a situation where he burns him on a play. Tyreek Hill's that good that he could possibly get the better of Tre'Davious White on some scenarios. But Tre'Davious White has to come in there and he has to play his best football. And he's been a great corner all year. But he has to play his A game against a Tyreek Hill. You got to make sure that Tremaine Edmonds is ready. I mean, yeah, he's good at stopping him in the backfield. Yeah, he's a good run stopper. Yeah, he's all these great things. But somebody's got to stop Kelce over the middle. You're not going to line up a corner against him. Maybe you line up Tremaine Edmonds. There's a lot of things going into this Sunday for the Bills to be successful, and a lot more for them to be successful than the Chiefs. The Chiefs, we know who they are. The Bills, we think we know who they are. Another key to success for the Bills is you got to get Stephon Diggs going early. He was okay in the first game against the Chiefs this season. You got to get him going. You got to get him going. He needs to go out there in the first quarter, at least has 3 receptions. There should be no reason for Stephon Diggs not to have more than 8 receptions in this ballgame. That's a wild thing to say. Yes, 8 receptions is a lot of receptions, especially in the NFL. But you got to get your best player the ball if you are the Bills. And I think that starts with Stephon Diggs. And also, one thing we've seen them do a few times this year is they stray away from the run. They get in love with the pass. They get in love with Josh Allen's ability to make a pass. I love Josh Allen. I think he's a great quarterback. But even Brady, a guy that's been one of the best, considered one of the greats, and in my opinion, the GOAT, he relies on a run game. The run game opens up so many more avenues for you. Stick to the run. Stick to the run. Yes, I know you love what Josh Allen brings to the table, but you have to stick to the run. You got to throw it in there. You got to throw it in there. There should be no reason why it's like last week where you only have 1 rushing attempt that actually was drawn up to be a rush. That wasn't a Josh Allen scramble at the last second. There should be no reason why you're going into this game and that there is not at least 10 attempts for a carry for your Devin Singletary prior to halftime. Keep the ball going. Keep the game pace going. Open things up. Stop getting away from the run. Play the football you guys know how to play. You don't need to get overwhelmed here because you're playing Patrick Mahomes. You don't have to sling it with him. You can control your own destiny. Do it. Some of the players to watch here. Yes, obviously we know Mahomes, Allen, Stephon Diggs, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, whatever. You know they need to show up. But some of the guys that maybe aren't on your radar, the running backs of the Chiefs, they're going to need to show up, whether it's Le'Veon Bell, Darrell Henderson, or CEH. At the end of the day, I believe we're probably going to see Darrell Henderson. Or, my bad, not Henderson. Darrell Williams. Le'Veon Bell and CEH are both banged up, so they might not be playing as much. Darrell Williams had a good week last week. I expect him to carry it on this week, especially if they want to see a victory here, and they're going to have high volume out of the guy. Darrell Williams is going to need to have at least 10 to 15 carries in order for them to stand a chance. You got to be able to find ways for Mahomes to not be forced into situations where he could put his concussion re-injury risk at stake. You can't have that situation where you're possibly re-injuring your quarterback, especially going into the Super Bowl. And another guy that needs to step... Actually, I got two guys listed here that need to step up. You need Mecole Hardman and Sammy Watkins to step up. You know what Tyreek Hill is going to be. He's gaining a lot of attention. Whether he makes the big play or not, he's gaining a lot of attention. He already impacted the game, and the game hasn't even started. You already know what Tyreek Hill can do. Tre'Davious White, he's probably shadowing Hill all game. You need one of those second receivers to get open. Kels, he's going to be an option, but we know he's there. Which one of these two, Mecole Hardman or Sammy Watkins, is going to be a viable option? I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's Sammy Watkins. Sammy Watkins, he was drafted by the Bills. I could see him having a revenge game against the Bills here in the AFC Championship. And now let's move on to the Bills, players that need to show up for them to win. The first guy I got listed is Devin Singletary. Like I said, you got to go with the run. You can't go away from the run. That is how you're going to win this football game. You got to run the ball. You're not going to win if you have Josh Allen go out there and pass 50 times. You're not going to win if you only have one rush attempt in the first half again. You're not going to win like that. You're going to win with Devin Singletary on the ground. You're going to win by playing possessions the right way. You don't have to play it the way that people want you to play it just because you have a great quarterback. Play football the right way. That's simple. You're not playing against Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. That's a tough matchup, but that's not as tough as you're having it against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. That's simple. And then the second name that I got listed as a guy that needs to show up for the Bills is Cole Beasley. Now, if you're a Bills fan, you already love this guy. One of the best slot receivers in the league. One of the best receivers in the league. Very underrated guy. Not a lot of people are going to go out of their way and say, hey, Cole Beasley's the top guy. I will. This guy was limping around and still made big plays for his team when they needed it in the playoffs. This guy, if you're a casual fan, you probably don't know. You probably even heard of Cole Beasley. But you can rely on him. He has reliable hands. He can go get you 60, 70 yards a game. You don't need him to have a great game. You need him to have a Cole Beasley type game. And that is going to be how they win. Cole Beasley needs to play like Cole Beasley does. Now, obviously, the big stars in this match. You got Diggs, you got Hill. I'm focused on what some of the other guys can do, because we know what they're going to be able to do. But the little pieces is going to be what wins this game. A 3rd and 14 first down conversion to Cole Beasley is going to be what wins this game. A 3rd and 4 run for Darrell Williams is going to win this game, because it continues drives. It continues the ability to get points on the board. And that's all for the breakdown. Now it's time for predictions. Now, I told you what I thought of the Chiefs and what I thought of the Bills, what they need to do to win this football game. And at the end of the day, yes, the Chiefs need to do a lot less than the Bills need to do in order to win this game. But I've said it since we've seen the playoffs. I've said it from day one. I said it last year, actually, when the Bills lost. Josh Allen is going to have a breakout year. He did that. And then in the playoffs, I said, Josh Allen is going to make the Super Bowl. He's one step away. One step away. And I would love to see this Bills team make it. I think they got the talent on the team. Tre'Davious White, Stephon Diggs, Cole Beasley, Devin Singletary. Unfortunately, Zach Moss can't play. They still got TJ Yeldon. I am going to go off on a limb. And I'm going to take the Buffalo Bills 35-31 against Patrick Mahomes. He will play. I'm taking Josh Allen. I'm taking Josh Allen to go on to the Super Bowl and play the winner of the Buccaneers and Packers. That's my take. I'm going with Josh Allen. I'm going with Stephon Diggs. I'm going with Devin Singletary. I'm going with Terrell Edmonds. I'm going with Tre'Davious White. I'm going with the Buffalo Bills. Bills Mafia, stand up. This is your year. You guys are going to make the Super Bowl. That's simple. I'm taking Buffalo. Now, make sure you guys go over and see my NFC preview predictions, all whatever. I don't even know what I'm naming the thing, but make sure you go see that, because that's going to be the showdown between Brady and Rodgers. Big one. One that is insane. It's going to be interesting. But will be as interesting as the Chiefs-Bills? I don't know. This is a game a lot of people are looking forward to. I think a lot of people want to see the Chiefs and Packers make it to the Super Bowl. Unfortunately, in my predictions, Chiefs ain't making it. The Bills are. But I'll be seeing you guys later today. This is coming out the same day that the NFC preview is coming out. So I'm going to be talking to you guys later today in the NFC video. This is coming out before that one. But I'll see you guys next time.